This film is part of a series of films produced by the Tel Aviv University about alternative culture. So I wanted to make a film that will be part of this series, and I was looking for a subject, and I wanted to find a subject that would be alternative. That will be not an alternative artist, but will be a culture in a place where you wouldn't expect to find it, in a small town, or I wanted to show that there's culture everywhere. And another thing is I wanted to film the Israeli-Ethiopian community. Since I worked with this community a few years ago with children and youth, I found it very interesting because I feel that this is an immigration which was not well integrated into the Israeli society, and they were put in a few neighborhoods which they still live in, and the Ethiopians in Israel, and they haven't been well integrated, and there are a lot of problems of alcoholism and a big problem of generation gap between the generation who came here as immigrants and their children. So that was a subject that interested me. And so I made contact with this guy who works with a group of kids writing hip-hop music. And I started going to their rehearsals. I went to their rehearsals for around 2 months. They would meet once a week and work on their songs and perform in this little club in Shapira neighborhood in Gedera, which is a small town 30 minutes away from Tel Aviv. And first I wasn't sure exactly what the film would focus on. I just would go to their rehearsals, and after a while I became drawn to Srulik, which is the main character of the film. I felt he was very honest, and he would write songs about his life that were very very true and honest about his feelings, about what he would do, and he was a born performer. I enjoyed performing very much. So I started following him, and this was how the film was constructed. And I felt that when I scratched the surface of things a little bit, this all the anger of this community came out. There was a big protest of the Ethiopian community because of racism during the time when I filmed, and this subject came into the film through Srulik. Srulik wrote some songs about it, and he was very enraged by these racist manifestations. And so that's how the film evolved around this subject. The ethical challenges were, well, filming very young boys. It was I was preoccupied the whole time whether this is a good film. This is a good thing for them to be filmed. They enjoyed the camera, but I was wondering about the consequences of fame. And this is something that actually came into the film in the character of the producer, who approached them. He wasn't connected to the film. He approached them the same time I was filming. But I think he raises in the scene where he appears, he raises these ethical questions of what it is for these kids, what they need to sacrifice to be famous. And of course they really wanted it, but he tried to make them write about certain topics. And I think in this scene you can feel the hidden racism, which is in a way more dangerous than the manifest racism that exists, because he tells them to be polite about, not to be angry about their situation, but to contribute to the country and to love the country no matter what, and to go to the army. And so I think this is actually also a type of racism, which is not out in the open, but I think that many people in Israel feel that way. Maybe they wouldn't express it the way he does, but and the aesthetical challenges of making this film were many, because well, we were filming in places that are not very, that are run down, and we couldn't control the light, so it was a little challenging to still manage to make the film aesthetic. Another thing which was difficult was that in the neighborhood where we filmed, the older people didn't want us to film outside. When we filmed in the streets, they would sometimes come and yell at us, and because they thought we were part of the press, and they felt that the press has given a bad name to the neighborhood, because there were some very there were some negative pieces in the press about this neighborhood being poor and having a lot of problems, so they didn't want us to present them that way. And we tried to explain to them that we are making a film about the music and about the use and the music they make, but they didn't really understand that. So that was another challenge. I am a filmmaker because I have a lot of things I want to say, mostly about the Israeli society, about human nature. And I feel that film gives me the tools to express what I want to say. And I think that film is... I like the combination of words and image. And I feel that using this combination, I can express myself strongly, powerfully. I like the combination of the abstraction in the image, and precision of text. I feel this is the best way for me to express myself. That's it.